from Austria, taking part in his 12th World Championship. The former German darts master and the winner of the Champions League, the gentle Mensur
Yes, that's an incredible finish.
I don't think I've ever seen that before. In all of my days, the second dart was so far to pick and choose and just manage his time better. And I think there's a lot of pressure off him now. And Alan at the top of the show, first 180.
It was some 6 years ago. His best result. He had a no contest. Can Whitlock find a way back? 16 for tops for Suljovic. For another leg. And another break of throw.
So will they all make it to Minehead this year, Stu? It's his third 180. He's very efficient when he's on his game, isn't he? Finishes well, scores well.
Totally deserved.
Doesn't mean you'll ever get in there, Stu?
Doubtful. And there's another one from Mensur Suljovic. What a super show this has been for Mensur Suljovic. There's absolutely nothing that Simon Whitlock can do about that. He's won 9 consecutive blackwood. 106.
Makes your opponent have to take out the shots. Good chance here though for Suljovic.
Beautifully done.
On his doubles, every time he gets the shot and takes it, it'll keep him in the match. Or maybe attack against a throw, like he is here.
105.
Yes, he's playing well. So is Mensur. I should mention that is Suljovic. He missed it in the last leg. Double 18, 3-2.
Oh yes, 11 darts and beauty. Certainty with doubles, and he does. Yes, that's what you need. Big lad, a little bit happier. That was a break back.
Fine. But 15. Oh, he's missed a big 15. Sacre bleu.
101.
48 is ranking now, isn't it?
He's dropped way down. Yes, he hasn't played that many events as his last year before retirement.
Yes, it can be done. Treble 17. Now, bullseye.
Go on, Mensur.
How about that? And a word of congratulations from Michael van Gerwen. Wonderful check out, and that's put a huge smile on the big man's face. And Michael van Gerwen leads at the second interval. Best checkout of the tournament so far. And didn't he just love it when he got that bullseye?
Outstanding from Mensur there. He's made a few mistakes in the match. Another break of throw. Yes, Mensur. Oh, the happy now.
Away it goes. Really good performance up from Michael van. The victory was Van Gerwen 10, Suljovic 5.
Ich bin. Mensur noch. Doppel 8 für sein erstes Leg. Mensur Suljovic ist dann in dir und. Genau.
Genau, und das hilft
Sieht
mir.
man auch jetzt immer mehr bei den Spielern, oder immer öfter?
Ja, viele benutzen es, hilft nicht jedem, aber...
7 jetzt für Mensur. Ja, und die passt und damit holt er sich
Kleinigkeiten. Vor allem ein Michael van Gerven nutzt diese Kleinigkeiten gern. Den werden wir ja heute auch noch sehen. Direkt danach.
direkt danach gegen Michael Smith das Rematch.
Danach ist alles wieder in Ordnung, aber hier will er dich einfach zerstören und dir zeigen, dass du keine Chance hast.
Seine Nicknames sucht man sich ja nicht immer selber aus. Die bekommt man ja oft auch, oder?
Ja, also egal wie das Spiel ausgeht, ich bin absolut beeindruckt. Ich weiß nicht, wie es dir geht, aber ich finde es toll. Ich finde es toll. Bullseye, First Break. Das werden wir sehen wahrscheinlich, wenn er trifft. Ja, jetzt kommt er, genau. Jetzt weiß er.
Und du musst in diesem einen Spiel, an diesem einen Abend immer da sein.
Ja. Deswegen wählt die PDC auch ihre Spieler mit Bedacht aus. Und
holt das Unentschieden nach einem Match, das Höhen und Tiefen.
Something as low as that from Van Gerwen, and I doubt I'll be able to find it by the end of the match because it's that.
So looking to respond and does so with a match.
2 successive legs for Suljovic, then 3 on the trot for Van Gerwen, and now just a leg away from victory to move to the top.
Between Aspinall and Price here on stream 2.
$180.
Suljovic with a break here can get this match back on throw.
145.
Every chance that Glenn Durrant could go on and pick up his first PDC title this afternoon. Stay tuned to find out how it
Der erste Dart läuft bei Mensur überhaupt nicht. Also jetzt schon 25 Pünktchen gesetzt. Das sind jetzt 2 sehr wichtige. Jetzt Triple 14.
160.
Triple 19.
Rest.
Ne, geht über Bull. Tops.
Du hast 5-1 Führung.
Ist so ein Standardding. 71. Triple 13. Triple 13 für Doppel 16. Triple 13 hat er. Und er sitzt.
Stark. Ja, der zweite sitzt. Es ist der
Kim Hybrex, Steve Lennon, Dave Chisnall and Ross Smith all in the draw.
My 300 to 1 tip still going along quite nicely, Stu.
Certainly working. The good news for Dimitri and for Nathan Aspinall is that provisionally they will be in the top 32 in the world.
At the end of week 9, Price started alongside Van Barneveld and was the bookmaker's favourite to finish bottom. Whilst any outcome remains possible, I'd be tempted to throw the betting slip in the...
That going prices, when he got relegated last year, he's put on social media, the Premier League weren't for him. He didn't enjoy it so much, the pressure.
Here when Gerwin Price becomes Premier League champion, now with another treble or 2 here, he can take command in the match suddenly. Quite ridiculous.
Aid Raymond Van Barneveld here, isn't a player who'd win or draw. He's just got to do his job. And so gets a dart double 14. There's the breaker throw.
And his leg difference going from a flat 0 south by some margin. Barney needs to be aware that it's got to... 3 then for Mensur Suljovic. In he goes, and that's about as comprehensive a win as you could wish to see. Mensur Suljovic just...
one to have to make in that situation.
2 6s for the 5th seed, and a very clinical start. Got some good genetics. You look at players like, well, Tut's another one who we saw yesterday afternoon. He hasn't changed much in all the time that he's been missing.
To be fair, I mean, it's still excellent, 67% on checkouts, but the fact that Mensur's doing it doesn't really surprise you. 108. Double. And he hasn't missed it all game. 6-4 and half of his legs won on that double 14. What a weapon it is to have in your arsenal. But what a good weekend from Matthew Denon. Picked up £2,000 in ranking money. Really went toe-to-toe with Mensur Suljovic. We have just 2 more spots in that last 16 to be.
I tend to switch a little bit more than I used to.
I think Max Hopp's almost perfected that shot as well, hasn't he? He seems to find a way past what seems to be impossible.
Got great darts from Mensur to set up double option.
Yes, the Mervyn King route. Suljovic has decided on his route and he's executed it to take a 3-1 lead.
Gets the 10th.
You know how to play him. And I said, well, what do you mean by that? He said, the speed of Dennis. And I said, well, I've not really thought about it, Eric. And he said, what I do, brought that up by half. Scoring's very, very high in this.
And there it is. Mensur Suljovic defeats Joe Cullen.
That one.
Suljovic trying to find a way to leave a finish.
Bullseye. He stayed there.
171.
Took a risk.
That's 2. He's getting a little bit closer. Finds it with the 3rd.
Stop it now. Well, Suljovic north, but he's found double 5 and
at 3 points on his average on each display. Certainly needed every single one of those against Gerwyn Price earlier, and every single one of those was of all the players in the world.
Break. And he gets to do it.
1-4-7, the perfect leg in
to complete as many different combinations for 9 dart finishes as he can think of.
Well, he managed to hit a 9-darter on the tour earlier this year without using a 180. Void of belief, has done for the last 2 or 3 legs. And yes, that is a very clean kill for
I don't see that happening, and he deserves that after playing so well last year and getting eliminated. The experience has helped him this year, and he's looked a lot more settled.
Once a week, in this case 2 nights, but let's watch this though from Mensur. A different event
to defeat, which is in the scoreline tonight.
Well, the first of the match, Suljovic, all the breathing space he needs. Here he is again on double 14. When he comes calling, there's usually an answer.
Next phase.
Bad dart, loose dart. Just keeping it straight with a left 48. Oh, that's terrible, it really is, because then he missed the big 17, trying to bite off too much with the treble 17. Really in a pitch of peak after missing a big number. Just needed to keep straight there to lead bull. He may get away with this, but now Rob Cross is, well, he can't get to the hockey quick enough. I almost felt that Rob Cross wants to manhunt. Now then, he can slot another one alongside there, and now he wants double 8 for the lead. Goodness me! What on earth? What's going on?
There's the treble, he's going to get a match dart. Tops for Mensur Suljovic, and there it is! A remarkable comeback from Mensur Suljovic. 5-1 down, but then missed out a double from Rob Cross has cost him. And Mensur ensures his place in the second phase.
Beantworten, die sie haben, die Max Hopp ihnen beantworten kann, beantworten soll und dann auch beantworten wird's. Und da mit dabei gewesen zu sein, also du bist wahrscheinlich zufrieden mit der Entscheidung der PDC, das so zu regeln.
Auf jeden Fall, auf jeden Fall. Ich bin auch sehr dankbar für die Gelegenheit und genauso geht es vielen weiteren Youngstars und der geht in die Dreifach 1. Somit keine Möglichkeit mehr, 109 Punkte mit 2 Darts auszuwerfen. Das geht leider nicht. Ja, nähert sich an. Oh, das ist die 10, Doppel 1. Madhouse. Aber
and Mensur, as a student of players and how they play, I think he's going to creatively take his time.
I'm going to say
Is it Sean Murphy? Very close. He used to live in Wellingborough, which is just down the road. Yeah. Kyron Wilson. Obviously, Peter Wright playing as well, who had a workman-like performance against Andrew Gilding. And maybe that saving a bit.
Accomplished. I've seen him Shanghai all over the place as well.
But it was one of those doubles that would never have been put up for Best Actor.
Yeah.
You know, it was always a supporting role. Nowadays, it's been given the lead role by one of the best players in the game.
Nation hochzuhalten, im Fokus zu sein und dann so zu werfen, wie Suljovic das hier tut. Erste. Tage ein bisschen aufzupäppeln. 43%, das ist gut. Auch von Wade, das ist noch so gerade in Ordnung. Mit dem Matchverlauf. Definitiv das Potenzial dazu, aber es ist so eng und so umkämpft, dass es wahrscheinlich so ein Playoff-Position, dann wäre er unter den Top 4. Was sein Spiel schnell. Tolle Phase jetzt. Ja, der tut weh. Nice. 141 Punkte Rest. 81 Rest. Suljovic mit der Möglichkeit. Oh, das soll die Triple 15 sein. Für die Doppel 18. Das ist die Triple 10. Zaparalot. Zaparalot. So ein guter Dart von ihm. Millimeter zu weit rechts. Vierte ist es. Der vierte Matchdart sitzt in der Doppel 6 und mal wieder kann Mensur Suljovic James Wade bezwingen. Sein 11. Sieg über James Wade.
Aber ein Michael van Gerwen oder so, die gehen jetzt in jedem Jahr mit 7-stelligen Beträgen nach Hause. Und es hat eben den Vorteil, dass es extrem verletzungsunanfällig ist und nämlich auch einer der faszinierendsten Spieler. Also ich gucke ihn auch sehr, sehr gerne an, weil er eben auch anders ist. Und dafür ist er auch ein ganz feiner Charakter, um das mal zu sagen. Wirklich ein Familienmensch, ein Freundmensch, der sehr auf Harmonie bedacht ist. Und hier mit der nächsten 180. Also
beide diese Möglichkeit, hatten beide diese Chancen. Im Hintergrund sieht man, Price kann es gar nicht mit ansehen. Ärgert sich natürlich. 5 für Gervin Price, aber nicht ohne hier ordentlich in die Trickkiste greifen zu müssen. Hart umkämpft das.
Treble 20 the first start, leads Tops. To hold throw, 2-1. Win for either one of these players will put them on to 14 points. Maybe 17 will be enough for the top 4, 17, 18. So just Darrell's 6 courtesy of that poor leg difference. So that could come into play. It's that close. It's been that competitive the whole campaign. See, he's a little bit frustrated there, and he's right to be. He just scored really well, and he's got opportunities. It's not like opportunities haven't come his way. Credit Mensur Suljovic then. He just dusted off the disappointment of missing those doubles in the previous leg and carved out the opportunity and took it. And starts the leg. Now this is a big moment. Got there at the end. Mensur Suljovic. Pick there now. Coming shortly. Don't miss this one. World champions collide. It's Rob Cross and Michael van Gerwen.
Chris Dobie in there as well.
Yeah, Diogo Portela still here after his elimination yesterday. He's staying around. He's going straight to the qualifiers next week. Not really worth his while going home, given the late start to this corner of the board. It's just next door to his favourites.
Games from the fourth round.
And that's 4-0.
Or he could have gone bullseye for Tops, but
well, Payne had better take out this double-8 lead and a break of throw that really would settle him down no end. And he's now looking at double-8 for that 5-2 lead. And he finds it, and that will do him the world of good.
Pace, but Mensur can see the finishing line. And there's nothing slow about his progress now, is there? No. Safety first, guaranteeing one dart for the match at tops. That's all he needs, a 12-darter. Finishes Josh Payne off. Coming back into title-winning form, looking really, really dangerous. We're seeing these guys go head-to-head.
108!
Wow, colour me surprised.
Games on the third.
He's won the treble 15, double 8.
More like it.
Games on the sick leg, Mensur Suljovic.
The old favourite, Mr. Reliable.
But he does it in pressure situations because he feels so confident. I mean, I'm still not quite sure why he doesn't use it at every available opportunity.
100.
Fabulous leg.
100.
Fabulous leg of darts. Two maximums. But it may wiped out. He wiped out in a second. Fills it up, he's on a finish. Anything less, and he's not. And it is the 9th 180. Even Roger acknowledges that hurts him massively.
Suljovic 136, and he's got 6 darts from here as well. And he's found the second to leave double 8s. And Mensur Suljovic, what a way to finish. And what a way to round off what was a really absorbing encounter. Dave Chisnell, you have to have a degree of sympathy for him. He played really well for large chunks of that one. Back to the brilliant encounter. Tariq is all smiles. Roger licking his wounds, I think, backstage as Mensur celebrates once again their first 4 encounters. Suljovic looking at 115. Now looking at 55. Now looking at Sops for the opener. And Mensur, and
there
if
he is. You get because
finds the treble 20 that leaves double 19. Oh, Mensur 115. Now the hope is that will spark Suljovic into a bit of life in this leg, and he's hit the treble 20 with his first arm and the second, and well, you wait a while for a 180
time. Something similar might happen here.
80.
And this time, third time.
The other one, of course, in Risa a couple of years ago. Now then, Mensur.
What Mensur being very, very strong, and partially because of his own silly mistakes.
Mensur.
Oh. Well, that just eases.
Maximal 14 Legs erleben werden. Wer 8 Legs holt, ist durch, bekommt 2 Punkte. Bei einem 7:7 hätten wir die Punkteteilung. Russ Brady, dass es auch vielleicht sein könnte, dass Gary Anderson dann auch so ganz allmählich darüber nachdenkt, vielleicht auch ein bisschen kürzer zu treten. Jedes Feld des 20er-Segmentes einmal bitte. Jetzt also die Triple 20, Doppel 20. Erstes, nächste 180 im Spiel von Michael Smith. Inzwischen die 8. 180 in dieser Partie. Besser kann die Doppelprobleme tatsächlich in den Griff bekommt. 64 stehen noch da. Triple 14, Doppel 11. Mittig. 4-6. Höchste Finish von Suljovic war die 120. Jetzt hat er das Triple. 56 Rest. Ein Dart auf Tops. zum 7-6, zum 5. Leg nacheinander. Er macht kaum noch einen Fehler auf Doppel. Natürlich geht es jetzt um jeden einzelnen Punkt. Wenn das so eng ist und so umkämpft ist. Und vor allem hat Wade die deutlich bessere Legdifferenz. Das ist eben unentschieden. Suljovic steht bei 15 Zählern, hat sich toll zurückgekämpft, nachdem er...
Gets there. Here's the thing, in certain games you get put on the clock. Darts isn't one of them.
Well, Mensur Suljovic, of course, really in the Premier League. Now Suljovic goes 4 perfect darts in to a possible 9-dart leg. 5 and 6 follow. I think that's a recent decision from the machine. Suljovic and Van Gogh were never going to enter, but that dart does enter double 4 in the knowledge that Mansur's missed 11 darts at double, and he's done that.
Class.
Gets 2. And even before that, he takes a step back. Double 10 then. And Mensur Suljovic is now 1 leg away from a... And Suljovic brings an end to proceedings, a 6-5 win over Mickey Mansell. And that is just about the only dart that Suljovic enjoyed in the match, but he moves through to the final day of action, and he will face Super Chin Daryl Gurney tomorrow. The pair have a discussion about what's just happened. 6-0 the last.
In that incredible year of 2017 when he really took a step up to join the world's elite.
First win of the game. We didn't have to wait very long. Like, unless you're in the final when there's only one person in the room and you don't tend to like them at that point. You do things that calm you down.
And a lot of players, if they haven't gone through, if they haven't, you know, even practice games, it's things like that. As Mensur, hang on, he's hit 5 perfect darts here. That's 6. Well, it was a game that lasted the best part of 40 minutes yesterday with Mickey Mansell. But it was not this quality. He wins and loses titles.
I think George was having a word with another fan there. He threw somebody out yesterday for whistling, I believe. Don't
How many opportunities is Mensur going to afford him? Because he has outscored him from the very first dart of this game, and he continues to smash in the treble 20s. Because that is a... on the Euro Tour. Because double 12 completes a 6-3.
106er Average.
Hat klasse gespielt, aber zuerst muss ich mich bedanken bei dem Top-Publikum. Wirklich Respekt von euch. Die haben mich top unterstützt. Respekt von euch, wirklich. Danke an euch alle. Alle, wirklich. Ich bin mit Herz bei euch. Ich gebe mein Bestes für euch und für meine Familie.
Well, Mensur Suljovic is like a darting grand.
Wade in an early European Tour event, and he seems to have got into the mind of the machine. I'm not sure that those kind of...
Don't... Chisnell's got that ability to aim and just throw. And it's all feel with Dave. Cannot afford to miss this double 10 now. I'll leave 28 when you go for the bull. Unless you...
Superb leg, both players on 2 darters after 9 darts. Suljovic has the first chance to go out. And he does in 11. But he finds double 7, and now Suljovic.
Chisnell early in tournaments, and on Saturdays and Sunday afternoons he's great, but Sunday nights they're starting to break.
100. A chance here.
He'd be really glad he missed this high, because now he's come back for double 18 and not double 9.
Yeah, good point. Going another dramatic darting duel at the German Darts Open, but it has gone the way of Dave Chisnell.
Skala in Kiel. Pfingstmontag, 10. Juni gibt's die, und da spielt Max Hopp mit. Da spielen die besten Niederländer aller Zeiten, Michael van Gerwen und Raymond van Barneveld mit, und noch viele Publikumslieblinge mehr. So, und Mensur Suljovic hier gleich mal. Ja, mit dem Marker.
Oh, sehr wichtiges Finish. Direkt zum Break, eine 144. Mensur, der einer von ein entscheidendes Spiel werden. Wenn die beiden sich unentschieden trennen und Suljovic sollte das hier gewinnen, hätte er auf jeden Fall 1 Punkt Vorsprung. 41 und Mensur mit einer hohen Aufnahme hat er 6 Darts Zeit.
Allein der reicht schon. Erst in die Triple, zweiter in die Triple.
So, Triple 17, 136 ist.
Ist wieder vorn.
Ja, auf jeden Fall eine sehr wichtige Doppel-10. Also das war jetzt sehr... Ah, der steckt gut.
Ja, die sitzen beide gut. Da ist noch Platz. Reise drin, Mensur Suljovic. Und der ist... Es sieht so aus, als hätte dieser eine fixe...
Ich jetzt gerne überraschen. Er spielt ihn über die 19, so wie es aussieht. Nee, er spielt ihn über Bull. 16. 66 Rest. Er muss 16 Bull spielen. Ja, Doppel 9.
Der Pass für Mensur Suljovic. Was für ein Finish, dass er hier hin...
Hates it. Not anymore. And he's going to come full throttle.
The players on display this weekend, but there's definitely a cosmopolitan feel about the car park as well, because...
Suljovic. Starting to find that 60 now. Got his range.
100.
Listen to that! Suljovic is here! Oh, he tells us all when it... Good response from Barney. In leg 10. Here comes Mensur. 2. He may need the 18s. Or he could just fill that 60 bed. Does it. Second. Third.
Darter to wrap it up with a 6-4 win. That would be some way to sign off for Mensur Suljovic. And wouldn't you just know it, he wraps it up with double 14. And Herr Kommissar gives the fans what they waited for all day. It's an open...
Ich mag ihn so sehr, das war mein Problem, dass ich so schlecht gegen ihn gespielt habe, aber ich danke diesem Publikum. Respekt, Respekt und Respekt!
I think that pressure seems to be very difficult for him. I think he's getting used to that now. There's 180s in Graz, and then there's
one of the very best, and we're talking like the top 4 players in the world this year, as Mensur looks to stay alive in this one, and he wants the bullseye for a 164.
139.
Und er steht in der nächsten Runde und wir gratulieren ihm sehr herzlich.
Best achievement in sport, a 9-darter, you feel? There's only ever been 7 in the Premier League. That's how difficult it is since 2000. He needs it. He should split it. 2 double 14. That's what he should do. That's what Cross has done to Mensur Suljovic. Kept him under it. 54 for ball. Bullseye now. Stunning.
Is the unseeded player in that match. Van Goen against Dolan, who beat him in Copenhagen last year, and then Peter Wright against Niels Zonneveld. There are opportunities for qualifiers to come through. Eggs.
So looking at the 25, yeah. 16 for tops. He doesn't even like tops. Does now.
On the 5th leg, Mensur Suljovic.
51. Bull for 4-4. Listen to that. Big excellent.
Komplett wechselt. Eine Frage von Schwäche in dem Moment sein, weil also ich beispielsweise kenne ganz, ganz wenige Spieler und ich selber mache es auch nicht, dass ich 2 verschiedene Sätze schon überhaupt mit zum...
Nochmal eine Chance auch für Suljovic hier vielleicht auf 4-5 ranzukommen. Was für ein Unterschied, ob es 4-5 steht oder 3-6. WM-Halbfinalist.
Finde ich ein bisschen schwierig. Also er müsste schon auch dann noch gegen Ende des Jahres irgendwas Großes holen, weil ich glaube
16 für Doppel 16 und genau der ist.
So yeah, it turns out that he got this new shirt, and then it turns out nobody could buy him because they haven't made enough of them to sell at the minute. So he's just gone back to this one because he can flog a few of these. And why not? Who wouldn't want a Mensur Suljovic?
There you go.
Mensur spreads his arms wide.
He almost left double 13 there. And it's got him there.
But look, any double he goes for, you quite fancy him. And double 3, I'm struggling to remember the last time I saw Mensur throw at double 3, but
he's taller than all of us.
100. Never seen him miss it by that much.
We could almost call them a couple of workaholics because they don't want to break. But this is surely a 180.
But then again, so is Mensur.
Не знаю даже. Можно подсмотреть технику, посмотреть, как играет человек, как раскладывает. Ну, такие нюансы, да?
Что-то для себя достаточно скромный набор, но посмотрим, как справится с удвоением 20 Сульевич на этот раз.
Пока 114. Это отличный набор. Что-то мешает им какие-то, может быть, мошки, может быть, даже не знаю.
Духи?
Духи.
Потому что от мошки двумя руками отмахиваться, это, конечно, сильно. Какая-то очень...
Ну, посмотрим, есть определенные шансы увидеть парную разборку в матче Нидерланды-Польша. Почему бы и нет? Все-таки Ватимен тоже не всесилен.
Вот это да!
В стиле Саймона Уитлока. Менсур не может промахнуться мимо тройни 20. Два дротика на удвоение 16. Хватило одного. Фантастика. Просто лучший, да? Нам встретиться с победителем пары. Двойные единицы. Понимает, что пока именно он является слабым звеном в сборной Австрии, и его игра, его потенциал. Это вообще игры 2 на 2 это основная фишка этого турнира. Не зря называется командный кубок мира. То есть игры 2 на 2 неотъемлемая часть. Придаст это дополнительной уверенности этому игроку. Ну а Стив Леннон сделал большую часть этой работы. Вывел того на окончание, да, на удобное окончание. А Менсур Suljovic немного потерялся в этой карусели. Начал он вместо Зорна Лербахера. Слишком уж хотел побольше. 2 на 2.
Это точно. Поздравляем ирландцев со счетом 2-1. Они проходят.
On his back. It is a really nice shirt. Pays homage to the flag of his country. And it's just a lovely colour. That gunmetally blue, grey.
Darren Webster, Peter Wright, Adrian Lewis in the semi-final, Simon Whitlock in the final itself. That was his 5th PDC title in the space of 2 years. And if you'd said to me at the time, he will not win another title in the next 12 touch, but he's in grave danger of finding himself 4-1 down here.
66 remain. And Mensur needs the centre button, and he gets it. I think a good idea will be dart player bobbleheads. See, bobbleheads, they're a big thing in ice hockey and American football and basketball. It's about a 4-hour drive from Germany to get to Copenhagen, is that right?
Well, it depends which part of Germany you're from. I mean, if you're in Hamburg, it takes no time, but if you're in Munich,
Luxembourg, or possibly Dusseldorf, of course, Players' Championships the following 2 days, and Prague in 2 weeks, which will be very exciting because the race for the match play concludes.
Saarbrücken as well.
Yeah, that was probably the best quarter-final session we've ever had.
All 4 going the distance. This one is going the distance, but it's going the way of Mensur Suljovic.
Mensur 48.
the games of the tournament last year. Beautiful dart. That's not too shabby either, no mess. I think very soon it's going to be...
A fat number next door, he has gone for it. And in this area, oh, he just sneaks it the right side of the wire. Look at that.
Gets it. Oh, he's in the lead for the first time.
Suljovic does win this match, and that's Vincent van der Valk's place of the match. Play secured. Double 16 to win, and Mensur Suljovic does win and moves into the quarterfinals and has to be regarded as one of the...
He's just a little bit fresher with the conditions, but I can definitely confirm now how hot it is on that stage. I was up there.
Look, Keegan did beat Mensur the last time they played. It was on the tour last year in April. Numbers, 110 averages, and the pair of them, they behave.
Getting better all the time.
And we'll see Heute in the World Series in Brisbane and Melbourne.
Has he got the treble? He has, double 10. It's there. Mensur Suljovic going about his business.
Mensur require 110.
Well, took out 100 to win the opening leg. That's a beauty to lead the double.
Game shot.
Terrific from Mensur Suljovic, 100, 110, and
included major champions and world champions. The Germans are coming, they're coming for this game, and they are playing magnificently. That's not bad from Mensur.
71. Mensur require
chance against Suljovic, and Mensur now looking to finish it off. And there it is, far from his best, but job done, and it's a win.
Mensur triple headbutt, and he almost ends up off the stage. It's a celebration in installments.
Certainly wouldn't want to be on the end of one of them, though.
Martin Schindler will feel like he's on the end of one, though, at the minute, because Suljovic has the game to win anything, and Gary Anderson had his hands full in the match play final last year.
Again, for 5 legs on the trot, Suljovic, well, this time he can take it out with a ball. Oh.
136.
I don't know, I just don't see the game in Martin to be able to turn it around. It just doesn't seem to be there. Darts are not grouping well enough, where Suljovic is really tired. It's a bit like a James Wade performance of the earlier match between him and Gurney, and that's the second 180 for G. So Suljovic, you will not go for that bullseye. It should be 18. Double 16, and that before the match.
Well, he'd lost all 3 times in the past against Martin Schindler, but the defending champion has set things straight here in Cologne. An 8.
Terrific. Is it too little, too late, though?
Mensur Suljovic, but Gabriel Clemens looks like he believes he's going to make the final from here. Mensur Suljovic digging in. Is making this a gigantic night for German darts.
Szép lett volna. Megdobta a tripla 20-akat, a duplát viszont nem. Suljovic is megdobja a triplát, neki 2 nyila van duplára. Elsőre megdobja, 2-0.
Hát nem bizony.
Hát és még csak 4 leg pergetleg, idézőjelbe pergetleg. 180! Ez olyan semmi pozitív változást nem tapasztalni Vattimen a teljesítményében. Talán a víz majd segít. És megvan a dupla 20, 5-1. Kiózanító pofon, reméljük. Na. Megvan. 7-1. Már csak 180! Ez Rasbrét is felébreszt. Nem, mit csinált? Mi volt ez?
Nem figyeltem pont, mert néztem itt egy írást.
180!
Mensur requires 70.
Na, akkor Suljovic, még 129-nél maradt Vattimena. Megvan a tripla 18, dupla 8, ott is van 9-1.
55, na nézzük 36.
6 meccsnyél elsőt kihasználja Suljovic. Ezt azért dobhatta volna úgy izmosabban is ezt a kört véd. Kellene a tripla. 20-as. Ott a tripla. És a dupla 12 az egyenlítéshez. Megvan. 1-1.
101-es kis. Eddig jó.
20-as és dupla 20 a breakhez. Bedobja! Svéd saját magát hibáztat. Nagyon nagy lehetőséget rontott el Véd. És akkor nézzük a folytatását ennek a mérkőzésnek. 3-2-es James Wade vezetéssel folytatódik, és jön a második etap. 180! 5. ...67-esre. Megvan a tripla 10, vagy a dupla 17, nem, tripla 17.
Nagyon jó, és bedobja.
És akkor a dupla 8, hogy... Na. 180!
Egy 20 nyilassal a saját kezdését.
Remek kezdés. 180! Az 122 nem tudott lemenni 100 alá. Suljovic 100 alatt van.
Igen, a 19-es. 63.
Ő nem
az benne van, dupla 12.
Bedobja! 5-5.
És így mennek el teljes.
Egy tripla. Meg az még egy tripla.
Bull. Nem lehet 174.
Hát most már csak az a kérdés, hogy megdobja a dupla 20-at. Hú, iszonyatos terhet tesz rá Suljovic.
177-tel
kitűnő. Az is nagyon jó. 180! Amikor hatalmas a nyomás. Vagy csak egy 100-zal csökkenti a tömeget. Jó a tripla, 18. Az is jó, és lehet még egy. Az is megvan! Na most, Nyila. Egy elment. Kettő elment. Bedobja! James Wade a továbbjutó. 13-11. Megint egy ugyanolyan iszonyatos küzdelmes csatába, mint egy Swan ellen.
Become a major winner. Did you think Mensur was going to be this good when he first started playing PDC stuff?
No, I didn't, just because, I'm not going to, not say dedication, but just, he used to qualify for the Worlds and the European Championships via the European Tour of Merit. So, if you're leading the game as well, you've got a bit of margin for error, haven't you? So that can annoy your opponent even more, because obviously you're ahead, but it's just a gamble, isn't it? And then sometimes, you know how it is, Dan, to just rip the 25, you can make a mess of that, you go for a 9.
Where he's demonstrated he's definitely got some talent.
I think the positive thing, it looks really comfortable up there. This is, I won't say a hostile environment, because the crowd haven't really got at him, but it's a massive tie for him, and the nerves haven't come through. The experience of a mental sounded like he does, and it's 56 now for the match.
Double top then for Mensur. And the Austrian #1 gets the job done. Not his best, but his family watching on. Mensur Suljovic books.
Anyway, because if you hit the single 20, 128 is probably trickier than 130, isn't it? Yeah, 130 is easier than 128.
Double 16. There it is, Mensur Suljovic.
16, that glanced the wire. And Suljovic, is he going to go for the insurance policy here? Will he need it?
Well, let's see, treble 20. Well, okay, 15 scored, 53. So that leaves tops. He pins it anyway, and this is ominous for James.
Different. I think we have players in the world now who have already said they get bored using the same equipment all the time, no matter what success they get. If Mensur gets bored of colours, he just changes to a different colour.
Well, Mensur, treble 10, is that the route? It is for double 16. Not missing Mensur, it is for Cameron Menzies, who knows what you're going to get, but it's going to be entertaining. Mensur is still averaging around about that ton mark. We've got Ian White to come against Keegan Brown. Keegan's arguably playing the best stuff of his career this year as Mensur Suljovic.
Another one of those characteristic bounce outs that he gets now and again, but it's actually bruised the 20 with his entire barrel. He's left almost a samurai sword mark in it. And it's irrelevant because the 67 has been plunged out.
To win the match. How hard is this for Mensur, as the crowd may not be helping him, but it may not matter. A little shuffle to the right. Stays where he is for the double 6. And there it is, the match-winning dart is hit by Mensur. And the Austrian #1 keeps his hopes alive of a first title.
Potter this week. Now we had Mark Webster in the commentary area yesterday for a couple of matches in the evening session on day 2. And right now, the man dictating the camera, the man zooming in.
Needs to use the bullseye when he returns. He might not. Oh, Mensur, where are you looking? Where are you looking?
Careful,
61 left. Oh, that is superb!
Beautifully played.
The crowd want it to find the mark. The crowd get what they want! Mensur Suljovic delights the fans in Vienna.
Mensur 81.
And if you can, you'll then be hoping to add either a Scotsman or a Dutchman to the list as well.
Going the bullseye to try and guarantee a dart at the outer ring, which he will get. And which he will hit for a 12-dart start. On the double 14, which usually is Mensur's favourite, although he wouldn't have known it from his quarter-final when he missed 5 darts for the match at it against Ian White. Another in there to raise the roof. To raise the roof of the multiversum. Not at the end, although he may go bullseye first dart. In fact, that's what I expect Mensur to do from here.
Very European way of playing this, going for the bullseye first dart. Yep, double 13 now. Now double 16. And if Mensur Suljovic continues to hold throw with 12 no, that's very... I mean, I'm trying to remember that. I think there was a game between Ricky Evans and Jelle Klaassen earlier this year on the Pro Tour where there was some leg. One leg took 45 seconds. That didn't take very long, did it?
Introduction of the rule that you needed to win 7 legs to make your way through to the final. It was in Graz last year, of course, where he lost 7-6 to Johnny Clayton, but he's rattled in at some 80 as he...
Roots. He certainly was looking down the board and changed his mind.
And he does like that corner of the board as well, and Suljovic, all of a sudden, has the break back. 3 breaks on the spin. The crowd expects... What can we expect? We can expect to see Mensur Suljovic compete. It's a spotter this week. Now we had Mark Webster in the commentary area yesterday for a couple of matches in the evening session on day 2. And right now, the man dictating the camera, the man zooming.
Bullseye there because an extra 5 points would have meant he doesn't need to use the bullseye when he returns. He might not. Where are you looking? Where are you looking?
Careful,
61 left. Oh, that is superb!
Beautifully played.
The crowd want it to find the mark. The crowd get what they want! Mensur Suljovic still
himself for a potential final. I think there was a bit more emotion and a bit more effort from Suljovic to get here. He's going to have to ride that wave of adrenaline right now and all the way to the end, and that's exactly what he needed.
Well on cue, Van Gerwen posts a 59.
MVG's average was 8 less than Peter Wright in the semi-final. Averages lie sometimes. Is he going to go for it? He probably shouldn't, but he might, just to get himself and the crowd going.
I think he might well do as well, and our spotter certainly taking that one.
He was not happy with the way that dart came out the hand. For a moment, I thought he was going 17-1. There it is, 1-1. How often does someone from 3-6-5? If he can get the 1-3-3, straight ton 132 out, that's what he's thinking.
Signs of life for Mensur Suljovic, however.
Smart. Bringing in the easier finish of 130, trimming off the excess at the end, but he might not get a shot. Bull. He's within 1 and everybody wakes up, including us. He wants to get the 7-5, but this is big. He may need the bull again, Suljovic. 18s. Gets the treble. 2 for 16s.
To get back on terms in this final. 6-6.
Yeah. Trying to take the 4 for the 19 and a 25. Does so. And he's ready in case Suljovic doesn't take tops. Tops. For a last leg decider, it's 10s. Hang on to your hats.
Listen to the roar.
Will he get it?
64 away. He wants the bullseye. And he hits the single 25. And the door is ajar here for Mensur Suljovic once again.
Oh, what does he do? Does he look at the 14s? He does, he's got 2 at the double 14 for the title. He's done it! He's won it! He's won world title against the world #1, the world champion, the dominant force that is FVG. And we get one more rendition of Der Kommissar. Vienna belongs to Mensur.
You couldn't have scripted that any better.
Großartige Szenen hier in Schwechat. Und das ist die Trophäe für den Champion, den Sieger des Austrian Dart Champion 2019. Und das ist euer Applaus für Mensur Suljovic!
still leaves 32.
Mensur require 86.
Mensur taking his time. Big shot coming in here.
Hybrex and Thornton were certainly getting on with it yesterday, weren't they?
Yeah, very different pace this game. Maybe a very different outcome because Mensur pins his own fans and the expectations of the adoring crowd. Not anymore. He's done it. He beat the world #1 in the process.
Just getting himself back in the leg. Stranded a long way behind.
Mensur requires
Well, even though he didn't hit it, Hybrex is a man who will be racing to the hockey because Suljovic is playing at a much slower pace and will have seen that he attempted that. You can't have it back, Mensur. You chose that route. You got yourself into this mess. You get yourself out of it.
Games from the fourth leg. Mensur
I'll tell you what. And they've not been at bullseye either. He's had tops, 10s, double 16, which is his favourite. This is going to hurt Kim.
145.
And it will not do him any favour. Take his game with Johnny Clayton to a last leg decider as well. That's probably as close as we came in the afternoon session.
John Henderson could have troubled Daryl Gurney.
170.
About to post a second
91.
ton plus average. And a very, very comfortable victory. 2 darts at tops to seal the deal. And Suljovic. Surge continues. Winner last weekend in Austria. Now will he be able to do what not many do, which is double up, beat him again. Daryl Gurney did had a little bit of a spell against MVG, didn't he? And Suljovic.
To this contest, yeah, Mensur, the interesting thing about Mensur is he seems to play at various different rhythms and it doesn't seem to bother him, does it? We saw against Kim Hybrex, he seemed to slow the game down quite a lot.
180.
Well, Suljovic, I thought he was stepping back just to concentrate, but it's because he's just getting the score corrected. 61 would have been an easier out, so credit to Suljovic for pointing that out. Gets a dart at double top and pins it dead centre. It's nice to have a match like they don't really need to think about permutations because you know this pair are going to be in everything.
Yes.
Pressure.
180. Michael.
I'll tell you what, Mensur Suljovic once again. That doesn't help his foot.
That was dragged into the one, and all of a sudden, after putting himself in pole position for the first time, he's pulled over in a lay-by and let Suljovic speed past.
Could he produce another?
Oh, that's still been a perfect visit in every leg of this match. But it only gets Van Gerwen down to parity in the leg, and Suljovic is still bossing it.
Oh, look at this Mensur. Oh, well, he's gone into the treble 10, not the treble. If he can get the job done, because Mensur Suljovic has really posed some questions of Michael Van Gerwen. And he's just about found the answers. But there may be more questions to answer.
170.
Oh, once.
Mensur requires 91.
Cannot afford a mistake here. Hasn't made one with the first dart. Nor the second. Super stuff from Suljovic.
Might well get away with it. And he does. The world #1 gains revenge for defeating the final last. Harry Ward, look, there are days or games where he's hitting loads of 180s. He is a frequent maximum hitter. And there are games when his finishing's very good. But he's going to have to put it all to
memories of this stage. Really good, happy memories from the last 4 or 5 years of that. He's really stepped up, Mensur Suljovic. Amongst the elite in the top end of the game now. Appeared in the Premier League, 2 years on the trot. He's going from strength to strength.
We do need a bit of luck in this game, and
Mensur Suljovic, I think, certainly benefited from it in the Premier League this year. But I think I'm more excited about his potential than what he's done already. I think he's shown signs that he could be, could be a great player in years to come, but he's not quite there yet.
Without that, and regardless of the results now.
What's the setup shot like from Mensur? Starts well. Continues in the same vein. It's absolutely flawless from Mensur Suljovic. He's hit a
2. Treble 20 or the treble 18. Was there a bit of indecision? More chances for Suljovic. 23 down, hold the throw.
Expectedly impressive first year so far from the young man. But it does look like his campaign here is coming to an end very, very quickly at the hands of a 3-time Euro Tour winner who's hit 4 180s and a 177.
Get 2 darts at tops for a clean sweep. Here's the youngster Harry Ward. And converts with his first opportunity. What a performance! Mensur Suljovic that week. Mensur had a straightforward passage last night with a 6-0 defeat of Harry Ward. Peter Ryan, on the other hand, though, wasn't plain sailing. He trailed Richie Edhouse by 3 legs to 0.
Yesterday, he was under pressure for much of the match against Richie Edhouse, but slithered out and booked his place in this final day, and it hasn't taken him.
2 top through, got him over the line.
Game shown, the 5th leg.
The growth of the game around the world. We saw Damon Heta stun the darting scene in the World Series. We've seen the success on the PDC Asian Tour. Have strength in depth.
Yeah, competition for places, which is always good. We've seen Mensur an ever-present in the World Cup. He's had a few different partners. Notably in the last few years, Rowby-John and Zoran Leutzbacher. I don't think there was ever going to be either player going to run away with this match, and we've been proven right. 6 legs played. Players have shared him with 3 each.
174.
Has hit 6 maximums. He wants 6 points to get 6 legs and defeat Mensur Suljovic for the first time this season. Throws first in a match, the bullseye shooting contest that we have at the start of all of these matches. It looks like Suljovic is likely to get that advantage.
Bullseye.
But looks can be deceiving, Murph. And this could be important because this is the 4th time they've met this year, and the 3 previous meetings have all gone in a best of 11 encounter, 10 or 11 legs. So they've gone close. And if you do beat Ian White, you can count on the fingers of one hand. The rankings say they are the most dangerous unseeded players. And to be honest, if you're drawn against either of them, you'll be a little bit worried. White might be worried about this.
136.
Bullseye missed by Mensur.
Refreshing, that treble from White there has given him a chance if Suljovic fails to take out this 3-figure combination. But he's got a dart, a double 10.
Game
he might well have needed that superb stuff from Suljovic.
$180.
And are we seeing a Mensur to guarantee a dart at the outer ring? I'm interested to see the tactic. No, he's gone straight at the 45. And he's looking at the wrong bit. What are you doing? Mensur.
Yes.
Well, he should have busted his score there, hasn't he?
No score.
This is madness. I mean, he'd bust on his 2nd dart, hadn't he? Oh, but he's back at 81.
Yeah, he must have thought he'd hit the single 15. He'd scored 93 after 2 darts, so I'm not sure what was happening. Now he is in the treble again. Can he put it right? Well,
Game
all's
shot.
well that ends well. A bit of a wobble, a bit of a brain freeze. Yeah, we'll just say in defence of Suljovic, it wasn't a mess of the maths in that previous leg. I think he just thought they'd hit the single 15.
180.
He knows what he's hit. Big, big moment. Ian White looking to the heavens for help, and he's going to need it because Suljovic has got 2 at double 12. 1 on the wire. And
Game
1 in
shot.
the bed, and Mensur Suljovic moves 1 ahead and 1 away from winning this final. Absolutely poised on a 2-darter. This could not be closer.
There is every chance that both men get darts for the title. Mensur could end it now. Double 16.
Magnificent Mensur takes the title in a thriller.
Suljovic seals it on Sunday. Ian White produced a 9-dart leg, but
I may have mentioned this when he won in Vienna, but today he's got a different point in with a little bit of grip at the top of it, and that's something I've never seen him use before.
Yes, on the first line,
it seems to be working
for Wessel Nyman.
I do like the colour he's wearing today, young Wessel. I like light grey on a dart player. Just looks good on camera, but as far as dart shirts are concerned, Mensur Suljovic has taken some stopping right. I reckon that would make a really good Austria national football strip, that one.
The away shirt, certainly, yeah. They've stuck with white for decades. If they ever fancy a change, look no further. Double 16, look no further. Mensur Suljovic 3-0.
Mensur requires 65.
Be a shame to not have the former champion there.
Yeah, but he's got that one on his CV. He can move on and focus on other battles to fight further down the road.
This is the kind of shot he usually takes out to rip your heart out. Suljovic would love the 60. Gets it. Not even anywhere near the wire. That is typical Mensur Suljovic in those 2 darts.
For Mensur.
Could well be. He loves double 18.
Likes this other side of the board as well, though. Right next door to the double 14, double 9. And double 9 is found. And it's a shame for Wessel Nyman that it ended in the way it did, but 6-1, I think.
Yeah, later in the week.
161.
Very good. Excellent. Almost perfect. Seen a 1.
Yeah, once again, just making the most of a Suljovic slip up there, as he did in the previous leg.
Out of the mouth, the snake bite after when he throws a really bad dart. That's 2 at the bullseye now that have been outside the 25.
Not quite as vocal or vociferous as Michael van Gerwen was at times against Nathan Aspinall in that opening match of the day. Now then, Mensur races so far.
If that is the case, is that going to have an effect on his assault on the Grand Prix? You'd probably say no. 190. I'm going to say no right now per day, and they're the tournaments that the players really, really like. The match play, the Worlds, the Grand Prix. 1 game a day, and they can focus for just 1 huge effort. That's what makes these tournaments so hard to win, because on a Sunday you've got to win 4 times.
Get himself going. Here we go, 6 years on and more since Ross Smith here in Gibraltar, and he finds the treble, but the wrong one. Well, 7 perfect darts of sorts made that
135.
It was the Michael van Gerwen 10-darter because he was the first person to do it. But then again, he's got plenty named after him, so maybe we should call it something else.
Well, Mensur Suljovic, okay, potentially 2 darts,
66.
These are the sorts of advantages he needs to give himself. Needs to give himself every possible opportunity. However, that will do very nicely indeed. Double 6, he took out double 3 last time. Double 6 is found as well. And that's a bit more.
Monitor the crowd, look after the welfare of the players, keep the players in line, and keep them behind the hockey as well, sometimes when they move left and right.
I think it would disrupt the momentum as well if you shouted 180 in 3 languages before allowing the players to take
170.
There's Risa. The reason I say that is because Wright has the darts and started with a max. It forces Mensur Suljovic to follow him in.
And he may well do so. 180 plays, 180. Race manageable 81. He'll be a little bit disappointed with that third dart, but still firm favourite now.
Yeah, when you've got the darts to win the match,
you require 12.
Well, this for a 13-darter for Peter Wright. A 14-darter will do very nicely indeed as well, and that's exactly what he's got.
And the match.
And Peter Wright remains on course for
a brilliant setup shot, leaves a double, and Suljovic might have to take out this 114 combination. Looking at 18, is he?
Game shot.
Oh, nicely done from Mensur Suljovic. 161 in front of Mensur Suljovic. Got to go for it. Watermena's on a checkout. Bullseye. Oh,
Game
sublime stuff from Mensur Suljovic. A one. Double 9.
Game shot.
Well, he's just racking up combination finish. Well, is that the biggest dart, the biggest 2 darts of this match? 2 missed at double by Jermaine Watermena. Mensur has 1, and he hits a 6. Staying there, is he? Oh, he's looking at 2 tops. This would be some way to finish it.
Shot.
And Mensur Suljovic has produced a showpiece shot to end the match and book his place.
20. Doppel 10. Rob Cross gewinnt also zum allerersten Mal ein Match. Nichts verändert. Doppel 4, die Matchstarts für Vincent van der Voort. Man sieht es an seiner Reaktion.
Mert így dupla 12-re dobhat, ha nem csinálja meg Suljovic most. Ott a tripla. 36. Még mindig 36. És meg a 3-1. Megcsinálta Suljovic, így nem... Már nagyon várják Csizit. Egy kis ébresztő mindenkinek.
He won the Austrian Darts Championship in Vienna and the Barnsley Players Championship. Last week he got thumped by Big Vincent van der Voort.
Vincent threw really well. Vincent here.
Mensur requires 74.
Well, let's see if he can take this one out. 18 darts already now, though, in a fairly indifferent second leg. He often goes for double 14 in the setups, doesn't he?
Mensur require 81.
81. Hold the throw, and may go 15s. Oh, good dart. Double 18. Oh, nicely done. Told you had some. Oh, yeah, he liked that, didn't he?
Yeah, well, it was big. That was big. That was for a holder throw. And that was to consolidate that one breaker throw he has.
I said he had some slightly unconventional.
The switch across to the 18s would have been ideal. Potentially take the 4 off the end.
Some of his counting has been interesting. Suljovic 101 for 4-2 for the holder throw. We're looking at 15s again. He's got it again.
Double 18.
What about that? He's done it again.
World class, isn't he? Just not got his scoring boots on at the minute. Just the one.
This up as anything other than what it is. It's not been a great match, but Suljovic will take the win, and he gets the double he wants and celebrates, and the shake of the hand.
Most csinálni a Suljovićnak, ha brékelni akar. Megvan a tripla 19.
Igen, 62, az is megvan, és a bull.
Bedobja! 2-0-ra vedett Suljovic.
Ez most nagyon 102 a dobás.
Pici kellett volna hozzá.
Igen.
A serpák nem segítették Ratajskit.
Ja igen, mert magas kiszálló volt, azért értem. Oké, mert teljesen érthető számomra is, igen. Nézzük, a bullt.
Megdobja megint a bullt!
Ez hihetetlen.
3-ból 2 alkalommal bullal száll ki Suljovic, és vezet 3-0-ra.
Ahhoz, hogy 4-0-ra nyerjen, vagy vezessen, nyerjen. Na nézzük tovább. És már mind a ketten 96-os átlagon.
180! Ez mindig biztató az...
Rengeteg jó darts verseny szokott lenni. Ott van ez a Development Tour sorozat, és hétfőn pedig a U23-as világbajnokság, PDC-nek a világbajnoksága.
26.
Neki a második a meccsen, ahol...
Na.
180!
A
harmadik. De nem tudom, Vincent van der Voort ott van. Vagy csak úgy hirtelen eszébe jut valakinek, hogy rákezdjen erre.
Ő azért egy nagyon nagy kedvenc.
180!
Egy más lehet zsinórba.
Na, csak így tovább. 180! Kezdjünk csak el fészkelődni.
5-tel 46-ra megy le.
Akár egy 11 nyilassal is megnyerheti ezt a leget. 180! Most aztán nagyon rákapcsoltak mindezt.
Micsoda meccs most ez?
Várható volt egyébként ettől a meccstől, hogy ez egy jó kis összecsapás lesz, és tényleg ezt igazolja. Oda néz.
180! A 8. 180, a 10. Jön a Mensurnak a 180, ami most rendszeresen jött első nyíra, vagy első körben.
Jöhet! 180!
A 9. 180-a.
Nyíl. Dupla 16.
Dupla
8. Az megvan is! 10-9-re nyer
óriási meccset játszott.
Micsoda meccs volt sajnos. Hát ez egy döntőnek.
2-1. That's a great dart. So is that. Lovely double comp darts at double from back. I think we get the message, Michael.
I think he's just called himself a silly boy.
Something like that. Ooh, double 5 for Mensur. Oh, that's a steal.
Well, it wasn't score line, Stuart, but the fact he's not playing at his best. He's stolen a couple of legs. Needs to do this a bit more.
108.
Well, Mensur, have you woken up?
Well, in the second half of his match against Rowby-John, this is where Suljovic was brilliant.
108.
Well, averaging 88.
8-4, 3 more needed for Michael van Gerwen to go through to yet another TV final.
Well, there's no doubt that Mensur's playing better.
108.
That's another maximum.
And
the world
great to watch,
#1.
isn't it? Well, go back to double 16. Bingo! What a performance from Michael van Gerwen. Absolutely sensational average.
Some of the Players' Championship events, and he's playing pretty well, but he's not always getting the results. Somebody seems to just raise their game against him, which happens.
So 144 on throw. Treble 20s he's looking for. That's a good one. Yes, double 12. Beautiful.
We've seen some fighting spirit from Adrian recently. We're certainly seeing it from Kim Huybrechts in this match. But Suljovic,
his first maximum.
That's his first one.
Mensur require 96.
Oh, just made a little bit of a mess there. Double 18. Get back within one. There we go.
Trouble in the other arena, because the match is over and
to win a match. Gave himself the opportunity, tried his hardest, it just didn't happen.
double 10. Yes, he's done it! Suljovic manages to grind it out, finds a way to come from...
By a big margin. Double 8. Yeah, good response, 14 darter. Always a sellout. Twice a year when we come here to Minehead.
One apiece now. The 180s.
Mensur requires 66.
Double 12.
Be a guide, or we might go high.
Game shot in the 7th leg.
Straight down the line of the other one.
8 leg, Danny to throw first. Game on.
So Mensur, who reached the semi-finals here. Can Suljovic respond? Well, look at this. There's your answer.
Four. 5. 6 of the best.
40.
On the Suljovic throw at 5 apiece.
Back comes Suljovic. Ah, sensational last leg. Sensational last couple of legs.
Will he get
Mensur
another go?
require 84.
Double 20, double 12.
How's your nerves, Mensur? Double 3 then for Suljovic. And that's one way of taking out 84. Mensur nearly made a mess of it, and he's nearly off the stage, Mensur Suljovic. Danny Noppert had one dart at the bull to complete another magnificent comeback. But it's Suljovic who goes through in dramatic fashion.
First to 6, those mistakes just seem a whole lot bigger.
Well, Mensur has enjoyed himself.
His first dart, double double.
Still not completely happy.
He's probably still thinking about the first 2 legs because he knows he's not performed, but Mensur, he's certainly...
I think it's fair to say he's in the game. He's in the groove. Incredible to think, you know, that Price has never been past this stage, the last 16, in 4 previous attempts at the Players' Championship. It backfires Mensur with the 3rd maximum.
What he's doing at the moment. Double 5.
Yeah, what a performance from Gerwin Price, 102 average.
Dat wisten we ook al van tevoren, we weten dat hij dat kan. Zijn strijdplan is echt volkomen zijn eigen wedstrijd spelen.
120.
En
verdiend, dat is meer dan vorig jaar de wereldkampioenen bij de dames kreeg. En ze komt terug op onze tv-scherm, want ze heeft ook meteen een uitnodiging gekregen van Barry Hearn voor de US Darts Masters.
een van de 2 kwalificatietoernooien die er waren, ja, die trekt ze gewoon door hier in Alexander Palace. Het toernooi was op 25 november.
Als hij iets in deze set wil, dit uitgooien. Want Sherrock mist geen dubbel op het moment. Natuurlijk is daar het publiek weer en dat maakt het niet makkelijker natuurlijk. 15 en bullseye. Het moet ook nog eens een keer op een moeilijke manier. Triple 15 is dubbel 10 in 1 beweging door. Suljovic probeert zich af te sluiten en dat lukt een klein stukje. 71 over, dat ging in de vorige leg uit. Heel moeilijk toen. Nu kan het makkelijker via triple 13 en dubbel 16. Even de grip pakken op de pijl. Dan gaat het publiek alweer 18 en tops. En nu pakt hij tops wel zoals...
Ik ben benieuwd wat, stel dat ze wint hier, wat Gavin Price dan gaat zeggen. Dit is geen jonge jongen waar ze tegen staat te gooien. Nee, wel iemand die...
Hij krijgt wel 6 pijlen voor 164, Mensur Suljovic. En dus lijkt wegzetten het beste wat hij kan doen. Gewoon, hij gaat voor de bullseye. Ja, ik weet niet of dat is tegenstander.
Voor de radioluisteraars, Suljovic 307 met wat hij er nu afhaalt. Shark staat op 246.
Dit wordt wel een goede visite van Suljovic. Het is een maximale visite van Suljovic. En wat had... Dan gaat Shark een matchdart krijgen. Als ze binnen de vlakken blijft, gaat ze nog een keer geschiedenis schrijven. Triple 18, niet gegooid, maar in die 18 blijven. En dan naar bullseye. Fallon Sharrock doet het. Ze pint de bullseye. En voor de tweede keer op rij wint ze een wedstrijd.